Alright, Shalom. First off, give all praise to Yahweh by Shemi Shai, that honors to the apostles and elders of GMS, salutes and honors to the elect, all the brothers across the four corners, enduring the truth and sincerity. We got a lesson today that we wanted to go in, which is Operation Gotham Shield. It's a military drill that's coming up this upcoming week that I've seen. I know some brothers did some lessons on it, so I just wanted to go into it as well. And we'll put the links in the description so that you brothers can get it. I also will do our best to put the pictures in post-production as well. So if you want to go ahead,
It says Gotham Shield 2017 overview. Alright, it says the Gotham Shield 17 purpose. It says the purpose of GS17 or Gotham Shield 17 is to evaluate the whole community effort to prevent, protect from, respond to, and plan initial recovery after the effects of an improvised nuclear device, like an improvised nuclear device attack using established exercises to achieve objectives in the relevant mission areas and capabilities.
That's right. So basically, in a nutshell, what it is, it's a bunch of little operations that form one big operation, which is Gotham Shield. So it's an improvised nuclear attack. So that could be from Russia. It could be from ISIS. They could try to blame it on domestic terrorism. You know, there's so many different ways that they can go with this. They could try to put it on us. So what it is, we all know that Esau does their little false flag attacks, and normally they're centered around these drills. So it may be a actual live event, it may not be. A lot of times they'll do a drill and then do a live event in the following week or so. So I'm not trying to say that it's gonna go down on Monday, but they're preparing. They're obviously preparing for a nuclear attack here in America.
I'm going to go to the structure. Right?
Okay.
Alright, the structure, okay, it consists of the prevent, this is prevent, protect, which is the vital archer.
Yeah, vital archer is that's just the operation. It's three different go to the three different main ones, and then we'll break down the different ones.
The prevent, protect, respond, and recover.
So the first phase of it is they want to see how they can prevent a so-called nuclear attack to go on, and then the second part of it is if that attack happens, they're going to respond to it. How would they respond to it? In which way? What hospitals would they use? Who would go where? What avenues would they use? Basically, what stadium would they use? All of that. Okay. What branches of the government would be involved? All of that. And then the recover, like the brother said, because after something like that, there has to be a recovery plan. They have to, clean up all the nuclear waste. They have to get the people well, evacuate the area. It's a lot of different aspects that will go into it. So it's basically them doing a dry run, basically. That's it on that. You can go ahead and go to the next one. And if y'all brothers got anything y'all want to add or any scriptures or anything come to mind.
And what's the scripture when it says they lay upon their beds and meditate? You know what I'm saying? On this day they practice it.
Habakkuk, I believe.
Get that for us real quick, brother. I was trying to look for it. I thought it was in Psalms, bro.
I thought it was.
Yeah, get the members. Alright, it says 9 of 22, which it says Gotham Shield 17 ICPT members. It says the U.S. Department of Energy, the U.S. Domestic Nuclear Detection Office.
So that's it, the Domestic Nuclear Detection Office. Domestic is here in America. So they have a department in the government set up just for basically an attack in the homeland from the homeland. That's not an outside force shooting a missile here. That's somebody got some kind of nuclear, they got hold of a nuclear weapon somehow, some way, and either snuck it into the country or got some nuclear materials. You can't just put together a nuclear weapon like you could, like a regular pipe bomb or something like that. It's too many high-level chemicals and all that. In order for you can't get that into the country. That should automatically be a red flag in your head. You can't get your hand on no nuclear material. The Akim can't get their hands on no nuclear material. A regular nigga can't get his hands on nuclear material. You gotta be at real high level to get your hands on some nuclear material. Not even ISIS got nuclear material. They say that they had like that sarin gas and all that stuff, but even getting that's tough. You can't get that made in America.
It says the FBI, or the U.S. Federal Bureau of Investigation, the U.S. Federal Emergency Management Agency.
That's FEMA. And we all know, FEMA's track record. FEMA got their fingerprints on everything, from Katrina, which we're going to go into that here in a little bit, to concentration camps, to, every false flag attack, or every major false flag attack, FEMA, is in there somehow, some way.
It says the U.S. Northern Command.
Right, that's NORTHCOM. You got NORTHCOM, you got AFRICOM. That's basically the army that's situated here, in the States.
I got that preset. Give me a second. Let's see, work through these ads real quick. All right. I got one into that. All right. It says, Micah chapter 2 verse 1. It says, "Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it, because it is in the power of their hand." So basically, Esau at night is when nobody basically sees. It's in the dark when nobody knows. Like the scripture said, they grope at noonday. It's basically saying they grope when you can see everything, you know what's going on. This is talking about that at night when they have these secret councils and meetings, they conspiracy, okay? And it says when the morning is light, they practice it, because it is in the power of their hand. So let's get that word practice. Because Esau has all these things. Even the New World Order, this been conspired, years ago. Say centuries, or like 100 years ago, 1776, things around. Really, with the Rothschilds, okay. It says the word practice is Aisha, which means to do, fashion, accomplish, make, to do, work, practice, produce, to do, work, deal, to act with effect, to make, produce, prepare, to make, to attend to, put in order, to observe, celebrate, to acquire, to appoint, ordain, institute, to bring about, to use, to spend, pass, to be done, to be made, to be produced, to be offered, to be observed, to be used, to be made, to press, to squeeze. So basically, these, like they're saying, the drill, you think about this, like how are we gonna you know, you gotta practice these things. They can't sit there and do a false flag and not know how people react to them. You know, not know, and they don't have a New York in the studio or laying around somewhere. So they have to practice in real life areas. Just like the Boston bombings, they had a drill before they had the actual bombing. And then when it happened, they knew exactly what to do. Okay, because they did the drill. All right, just like when they go and have these so-called drills in over there in the China Sea or in the Gulf, you know.
The war games.
Yep, the war game. They do those drills, but they're doing them drills just to prepare this in case something pop off. You know, not in case something pop off, so we could be ready when something pop off. You know, just like with the Syria, you know, them ships and the missiles was ready because of so-called drills. You know, they was over there ready to go. So with the missiles, I mean that bomb, they could be actually placing a bomb. They could be drilling and do a false flag. You know, it could be many things, man. It could be next week, it could be next month, be next year, Lord willing. That doesn't be next year, but we know for sure that the mark of the beast has to come about before any of this. You know, and the mark of the beast could come about because of it. You know, because all they need is a problem action solution. I mean, problem solution. What is it?
Problem reaction solution.
Problem reaction solution.
Which is just like the brother said. That's actually that prevent, protect / respond, recover. The problem, reaction, and then the solution.
That's it to that, brother.
I got one. Psalms 36:3. The words of his mouth are iniquity and deceit. He hath left off to be wise and to do good. You know, and because they doing these practice, these drills, as if they doing them to protect us from other countries, but it's really to bring about their own little mischief. You know, bring about their own little plan, a false flag, so they can bring about their own different laws and new legislations to control the population. All right, verse 4, Psalm 36:4. He deviseth mischief upon his bed. He setteth himself in a way that is not good. He abhorreth not evil. Because at the end of the day, the so-called white man, Esau, that's what he's all about. He's all about evil. You know, it's just our people as well as docile Americans look at him as if he's A-OK. He's here for our protection. And what does the scripture say about that? Though they say peace and safety, then sudden destruction shall come upon you, man. So these drills is to do what? Bring about safety, bring about peace, to help you feel secure. As you realize, that's what it's all about right now. Security, security, security. Right? And that's just going, that's also ushering in that chip, man. You know, I don't mean to get off subject.
Oh, you good?
But that's ushering in that chip, you know, because they also talking about security with that chip, you know, so they slowly putting you into that chip mind. It's all about security. You're in danger, basically. You know, we're here to protect you. But, hey, like it said, it's all mischief. He's thinking about this upon his bed as well as the brother just brought out. You know, he really, hey, because this is, what's that scripture say? He don't get no rest? I'm going to try to find it.
That's
Until he accomplish
until he accomplished wickedness or something.
to cause something to fall. You know?
Yeah. He sit there on his bed, like, you know, when you trying to go to sleep, what you thinking about? How the fuck I'm gonna pay these bills? How I'm gonna survive? How I'm gonna sustain? You know what I'm saying? Do I want to go to work tomorrow? You know, you're thinking about these things while he's thinking about controlling you. All right, putting you in slavery. All right, becoming more rich. Okay, that's what he's thinking about, man. And he's not pleased unless he come up with a plan before he go to sleep, man. Okay? You got it?
Yeah, kind of. It's Proverbs chapter 4 and verse 16. It says, "For they sleep not, except they have done mischief, and their sleep is taken away unless they cause some to fall."
They need some people to fall, you know? Hey, they sit there as well as we because we praising off the judgment of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. They praising because they had a mission fulfilled, you know? like that guy, what's his name, Steven
Stevens.
They are naughty by nature.
Yeah, hey, they are naughty by nature, man.
Yeah.
You know, they don't get no good rest unless they know who. Stevens knocked off 13 people supposedly. We got hey, I'm gonna be blunt about it, you know, because it's known to be a hoax. We got a lot of people thinking that he actually went out there and killed 13 people. You know what I'm saying? So they like, ooh, I get a good night rest tonight, you know? Because they had a plan and that plan came forth, man. It's just like if you got a daily goal tomorrow, I'm going to get up, I'm going to eat this meal, I'm going to work out, and I'm going to build some little mass on my muscles, I'm going to go to work, and I'm going to get off work, and I'm going to cook my breakfast for the next, whatever, you know, you feel good because you accomplished your goal. That's all Esau goal is, wickedness, man. Like the bro said, they are naughty by nature. They sit upon their beds. They don't get a good night rest unless they know they made some people fall, man. Okay? Alright? And us as men of the Lord, anybody, you gotta realize that. They not just regular people. Like, they are not regular people. You know what I'm saying? Like, they thinking way beyond you. They think they got a whole goal, and their whole goal is to do what? Was Aaron Russo, was that his name? To chip you, man. Their whole goal is to chip you. You know what I'm saying? Because with that chip, they're going to be able to control you, man. And what the brother's bringing out, you know what I'm saying? The Gotham shield, these false flags, all these shootings and starting war with Syria and tension with Iran and Russia and North Korea. All right, all of that is a part to play in that.
I got a precept.
Go ahead, bro.
Isaiah 47:9, it says, "But these two things shall come to thee in a moment, in one day, the loss of children and widowhood. They shall come upon thee in their perfection for the multitude of thy sorceries and for the great abundance of thine enchantments."
Yeah. And it said completion, you know, because hey, this place is going to receive that. And this is Isaiah 47. It's talking completely about Babylon, because a lot of people feel like America's never going to be touched. You know, but that definite destruction is coming to America, man. What's going on in Venezuela is coming to America. All right, all them different riots around the earth, the different economy problems that's going around, the inflation going around the earth is coming to America, man.
And that word enchantment go back to chabar, which means association, company, band, shared, association, society, a magician, charmer, spell. So they associate. That's, you know, they're always in somebody's shit. They're always in somebody's business. You know what I'm saying?
These are keepers at home.
And like he said that, you know, they say he killed 13 people. That's sorcery, man. Because you created a hoax. The whole idea of a hoax is sorcery.
That's a spell.
You know what I'm saying? The killing in itself was sorcery. You know what I'm saying? Through, you know, Photoshop or just, you know, camera tricks. You know what I'm saying? That's what you think magic is. It's all smoke and mirrors, man. It's all angles. It's all, you know. That's all that is. It's magic, man. You know, so when Esau get on there and his blood splatters straight instead of a pool of blood, you know, that was sorcery. You know, so the Most High is going to destroy Esau mainly because of his sorcery. That's how the Most High really is taking him out via the unicorn, because all that sorcery don't have as power as it did back in the day, man. You know, Jake is on that bit through social media and through. Really just through the internet, man, through the unicorn. You know? They're trying to trick people and do it, but the Most High is making them low, man. He's raising up the skirt. You know? Showing how CNN using green screen and act like they're in a location and things like that. You know, they'll put things in a movie like the Project Gotham. Hey, you know, you go back to The Dark Knight, man, with Bane and shit, and they blew up the fucking football stadium and shit, man. You know, they just prepare people. So now that you got the Boston bombings, you got, you know, movies, you got things like that. So when somebody say they're doing a drill for a nuclear attack, it's like, oh, okay. Let that shit happen, like, you know, 50, 60 years ago. We're drilling for a nuclear attack. You know, before the Cold War, a little bit after that. You know, when it's just like, why are y'all drilling for a nuclear attack? You know why it's cool now? Because through your sorcery, you got Kim Jong-un. What's that nigga name? Not Kim Jong-un is
You're right.
It's Kim Jong-un. It's like, oh shit, they about to shoot missiles on us. Oh shit, Russia want to shoot missiles. China